Northway. We're on to the West Coast Main Line again today with the LMS. The LMS was formed in 1923, and its first big problem, it suffered from what you might call small locomotive inheritance. Firstly, there were all the Midland 440s, and secondly, there was the Midland Railway way of thinking which kind of dominated LMS thinking initially. In the mid-1920s, the LMS said enough is enough, we need some big express locomotives. They loved the Castle class as seen on the Great Western Railway, and they tried to get one but they couldn't. In 1927 it was Fowler that designed this locomotive, the Royal Scot, and it was very successful in its time, but it was rebuilt during and after the Second World War with a taper boiler, a Stanier taper boiler, and became very, very successful. Anyway, the one we're looking at here is a parallel boiler, not rebuilt, Royal Scot number 6106, Gordon Highlander. Well, given that the LMS were not terrifically happy with the boiler, along came the Patriot. The chassis of the Patriot is based on the chassis of the Royal Scot, but it had the boiler. It was actually an older boiler, the one which came with the Claughtons. Now, some of the last 5 or 6, I think, of these were built with the taper boiler. That's another story which I'll come on to in a moment. But we're looking at here in splendid LMS Crimson Lake, Patriot number 5532, Illustrious. And this is a Hornby Railroad model, and very nice it is too. Well, I did say I'd mention about the boilers. The last few Patriots, as I said, were built with a taper boiler, and they became the first of the Jubilee class. So the Jubilees started appearing about 1934. We're looking at number 45593 Kolhapur. I would love to get a Jubilee in the LMS Crimson Lake. So that's, I'm saving up for that. So we're looking at this one today in the early British Railways Brunswick Green. And if we're running trains in early British Railways Brunswick Green, and we're talking LMS Legends, well, I know we've already got a Patriot, Illustrious, but I'm going to bring Bradshaw out today as well. The Patriots originally came out in 1930. They were called the Baby Scots because, as I've described, they were an evolution of the Royal Scot.